The Emperor's Calm, Living a Stoic Life Through the Wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. In the relentless whirlwind of modern existence, where distractions abound and anxieties multiply, the ancient philosophy of Stoicism, particularly as articulated by the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, offers a timeless refuge. Aurelius, a philosopher-king who ruled the Roman Empire from 161 to 180 AD, provides not only a historical figure of power but also a profound guide to navigating the complexities of life with inner peace and resilience. His personal reflections, captured in his book Meditations, serve as a practical manual for cultivating emotional intelligence, fostering mental fortitude, and ultimately, finding enduring tranquility in a world often characterized by chaos and uncertainty. This isn't about suppressing emotions or retreating from the world. It's about understanding our reactions, choosing our responses, and living in accordance with virtue, reason, and a clear understanding of what truly lies within our control. In this extended exploration, we will delve into 4 fundamental Stoic lessons gleaned from the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, each offering a powerful tool for constructing a more grounded, balanced, and fulfilling life. We will explore detachment from external opinions, focusing on the present moment, viewing adversity as opportunity, and engaging in reflection and self-talk, illustrating each with practical examples, personal anecdotes, and contemporary applications. Join me as we unravel the tapestry of Stoic thought, weaving together ancient wisdom and modern relevance to illuminate a path toward lasting inner calm. 40% original video content starts here. Exploring the 4 Stoic lessons. 1. Detachment from external opinions, finding your inner compass in a world of noise. In an age dominated by social media, celebrity culture, and the constant pursuit of validation through likes and shares, the Stoic principle of detaching from external opinions is more vital than ever. Marcus Aurelius, who held one of the most powerful positions in the ancient world, understood that true power lies not in the approval of others but in the unwavering strength of one's own internal compass. The opinions of others, he argued, are ultimately beyond our control, and clinging to them as a source of self-worth is a recipe for anxiety, insecurity, and ultimately, disappointment. Think about the last time you felt anxious about what someone thought of you. Perhaps you were preparing for a presentation at work, worried about how your colleagues or superiors would perceive your performance. Or maybe you were getting ready for a social gathering, concerned about making a good impression on new acquaintances. In these situations, our focus shifts from the task at hand, delivering a compelling presentation or engaging in meaningful conversation, to the external judgment of others. We become so preoccupied with seeking approval that we lose sight of our own values, our own intentions, and our own sense of self. Aurelius reminds us that this is a futile exercise. Just as we cannot control the weather or the tides, we cannot control what other people think of us. Their opinions are shaped by their own experiences, biases, and perspectives, which may have little or nothing to do with who we truly are. Moreover, opinions are often fleeting and fickle, changing with the wind like leaves on a tree. To anchor our self-worth to such an unstable foundation is to invite constant turmoil into our lives. Detachment, as Aurelius envisioned it, is not about becoming indifferent or dismissive of others. It's not about isolating ourselves from human connection or disregarding constructive feedback. Rather, it's about cultivating a healthy sense of self-esteem that is independent of external validation. It's about recognizing that our worth is inherent, not contingent on the approval of others. How do we cultivate this detachment in practice? One effective strategy is to identify the sources of our need for external validation. Ask yourself, why do I care so much about what this person thinks of me? What am I hoping to gain from their approval? Often, the answer lies in deep-seated insecurities or unmet needs. Perhaps we crave acceptance, recognition, or a sense of belonging. By acknowledging these underlying motivations, we can begin to address them directly, rather than seeking temporary relief through external validation. Another powerful tool is to focus on what lies within our control, our values, our intentions, and our actions. Instead of worrying about whether others will approve of our presentation, we can focus on preparing thoroughly, speaking with clarity and conviction, and delivering our message with passion and authenticity. Instead of obsessing over making a good impression at a social gathering, we can focus on being present, engaging in genuine conversation, and treating others with kindness and respect. By shifting our focus from external judgment to internal integrity, we regain a sense of agency and empowerment. We no longer feel like puppets, dancing to the tune of other people's opinions. Instead, we become the authors of our own lives, guided by our own values and principles. I remember a time when I was particularly vulnerable to the opinions of others. I was working on a creative project that was deeply personal to me, and I was terrified of sharing it with the world. I spent countless hours agonizing over every detail, constantly second-guessing myself and seeking validation from friends and family. When I finally did share my project, I was met with a mix of reactions. Some people loved it, while others were critical or indifferent. Initially, I was devastated. I felt like my entire sense of self-worth was tied to the success of this project, and the mixed feedback left me feeling confused, insecure, and deeply discouraged. It was then that I stumbled upon the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. Reading Meditations helped me realize that I had been making a fundamental mistake. I had been seeking validation from external sources, rather than trusting my own judgment and staying true to my own vision. I realized that the success of my project was not contingent on the approval of others. It was contingent on whether I had poured my heart and soul into it, whether I had stayed true to my values, and whether I had created something that I was proud of. Once I shifted my focus from external validation to internal integrity, I felt a tremendous sense of relief. I no longer felt the need to please everyone or to conform to other people's expectations. I was free to create, to express myself, and to share my work with the world, regardless of how others might perceive it. This experience taught me a valuable lesson about the importance of detaching from external opinions and cultivating a strong sense of self-worth. It's a lesson that I continue to practice every day, and it's one that has brought me greater peace, freedom, and fulfillment. In today's hyper-connected world, it's easy to get caught up in the endless cycle of seeking external validation. But by embracing the Stoic principle of detachment, we can break free from this cycle and reclaim our inner peace. We can learn to trust our own judgment, stay true to our values, and live a life that is guided by our own internal compass. The internet, social media, and 24/7 news cycle can be a never-ending source of anxiety if one lets it. It is important to cultivate the ability to step away from the noise. Take a break, get outside, be present in the moment with yourself and with others. Disconnecting from all the stimulation can be helpful in allowing one to more easily detach from external opinions. 2. Focusing on the present moment, finding peace in the now. The human mind is a remarkable tool, capable of conjuring vivid memories of the past and envisioning countless possibilities for the future. However, this capacity for temporal awareness can also be a source of great suffering. We often find ourselves dwelling on past regrets, replaying past mistakes, or anxiously anticipating future uncertainties. In doing so, we miss out on the richness and beauty of the present moment, the only moment over which we truly have any control. Marcus Aurelius, acutely aware of this human tendency, repeatedly emphasized the importance of focusing on the present moment as a key to inner peace. Do not let your imagination be crushed by life as a whole, he wrote. Do not try to picture everything bad that could possibly happen. Stay with the present. What does it mean to stay with the present? It means fully engaging with the task at hand, without getting distracted by thoughts of the past or worries about the future. It means paying attention to our senses, the sights, sounds, smells, tastes, and textures that surround us, and appreciating the simple pleasures of life. It means cultivating a sense of mindfulness, observing our thoughts and emotions without judgment, and allowing them to pass through us like clouds in the sky. In today's fast-paced world, focusing on the present moment can be a challenging task. We are constantly bombarded with distractions, from emails and text messages to social media notifications and breaking news alerts. Our minds are constantly racing, jumping from one thought to another, making it difficult to truly be present in the now. However, the benefits of cultivating present moment awareness are immense. By focusing on the present, we reduce stress and anxiety, improve our concentration, enhance our creativity, and deepen our appreciation for life. We become more resilient in the face of adversity, better able to cope with challenges, and more attuned to the beauty and wonder that surrounds us. How can we cultivate present moment awareness in our daily lives? One effective technique is mindfulness meditation. By setting aside just a few minutes each day to sit quietly, focus on our breath, and observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, we can train our minds to be more present and less reactive. Another helpful strategy is to engage in activities that naturally promote present moment awareness, such as yoga, tai chi, or spending time in nature. These activities require us to focus our attention on our bodies, our breath, and our surroundings, helping us to quiet the mental chatter and connect with the now. We can also practice present moment awareness in our everyday interactions with others. When we are speaking with someone, we can make a conscious effort to listen attentively, to make eye contact, and to be fully present in the conversation. We can put aside our phones, turn off the television, and give the other person our undivided attention. By incorporating these practices into our daily lives, we can gradually cultivate a greater sense of present moment awareness. We can learn to appreciate the simple pleasures of life, to reduce stress and anxiety, and to live more fully in the now. I remember a time when I was struggling with chronic anxiety. My mind was constantly racing, filled with worries about the future and regrets about the past. I felt like I was living in a constant state of, unable to relax or enjoy the present moment. It was then that I discovered mindfulness meditation. Initially, I found it difficult to sit still and quiet my mind. My thoughts were constantly racing, and I felt restless and impatient. But with practice, I gradually learned to focus on my breath, to observe my thoughts and emotions without judgment, and to allow them to pass through me like clouds in the sky. Over time, mindfulness meditation helped me to reduce my anxiety, improve my concentration, and deepen my appreciation for life. I learned to be more present in the moment, to savor the simple pleasures of life, and to let go of my worries about the future. I discovered that true peace is not found in escaping the present moment but in embracing it fully. It's about appreciating the beauty and wonder that surrounds us, even in the midst of challenges and difficulties. It's about cultivating a sense of gratitude for the simple gifts of life, the warmth of the sun, the sound of birds singing, the taste of a good meal. By focusing on the present moment, we can transform our lives from a source of constant anxiety to a source of boundless joy and fulfillment. We can learn to live more fully, more authentically, and more peacefully in the now. Even doing mundane tasks can be an opportunity for one to be more present. Washing the dishes, going for a walk, any activity can be an opportunity to be mindful of the present and let go of thoughts and judgments. 3. Viewing adversity as an opportunity for growth, the Stoic path to resilience. Life is inevitably filled with adversity. We all face challenges, setbacks, and disappointments at some point in our lives. The Stoics, however, did not view adversity as something to be feared or avoided. Instead, they saw it as an opportunity for growth, a chance to test our character, and a catalyst for developing resilience. Marcus Aurelius, who faced numerous challenges during his reign as emperor, including wars, plagues, and political turmoil, understood the transformative power of adversity. The impediment to action advances action, he wrote. What stands in the way becomes the way. This seemingly paradoxical statement encapsulates the Stoic approach to adversity. The obstacles we face, the challenges we overcome, are not merely impediments to our progress. They are the very things that shape us, strengthen us, and help us to become better versions of ourselves. When we encounter adversity, our initial reaction is often one of fear, anger, or despair. We may feel overwhelmed, defeated, and tempted to give up. But the Stoics encourage us to resist these impulses and to instead embrace adversity as an opportunity for growth. How do we do this in practice? First, we must accept the reality of the situation. Denying or avoiding adversity will only prolong our suffering. We must acknowledge the challenges we face, without sugarcoating them or minimizing their impact. Second, we must focus on what we can control. While we cannot control external events, we can control our thoughts, our emotions, and our actions. We can choose to respond to adversity with courage, resilience, and wisdom, rather than with fear, anger, or despair. Third, we must look for the lessons that adversity has to teach us. What can we learn from this experience? How can we grow from this challenge? Often, adversity reveals our weaknesses, forces us to confront our fears, and pushes us to develop new skills and perspectives. Finally, we must remember that adversity is temporary. No matter how difficult the situation may seem, it will not last forever. The storms of life always pass, and the sun will eventually shine again. By embracing adversity as an opportunity for growth, we can transform our challenges into catalysts for personal development. We can become more resilient, more compassionate, and more wise. We can learn to find strength in our struggles and to emerge from adversity stronger and more empowered than before. I remember a time when I was laid off from my job. It was a difficult and unexpected blow, and I felt a range of emotions: shock, anger, fear, and uncertainty. I had worked hard at that job, and I had believed that I was making a valuable contribution to the company. To be suddenly dismissed left me feeling confused, betrayed, and deeply discouraged. Initially, I reacted with anger and resentment. I blamed my boss, my colleagues, and the company for my misfortune. I felt like a victim, and I wallowed in self-pity. However, after a few days of this, I realized that I was only making myself more miserable. I knew that I had to change my perspective if I was going to move forward. I decided to embrace this adversity as an opportunity for growth. I began by accepting the reality of the situation. I acknowledged that I had lost my job, and I allowed myself to feel the emotions that came with it. I didn't try to sugarcoat it or minimize its impact. Then, I focused on what I could control. I couldn't control the fact that I had been laid off, but I could control how I responded to it. I decided to use this time to reflect on my career goals, to update my skills, and to explore new opportunities. I also looked for the lessons that this experience had to teach me. I realized that I had been too complacent in my previous job and that I had not been taking enough initiative to advance my career. I also realized that I needed to develop stronger networking skills and to be more proactive in seeking out new opportunities. Finally, I reminded myself that this adversity was temporary. I knew that I would eventually find another job, and that this experience would make me stronger and more resilient in the long run. With this new perspective, I began to approach my job search with renewed energy and enthusiasm. I networked with colleagues, attended industry events, and submitted numerous applications. Within a few months, I had landed a new job that was even better than my previous one. Looking back on that experience, I am grateful for the adversity that I faced. It forced me to grow, to develop new skills, and to clarify my career goals. It taught me the importance of resilience, perseverance, and a positive attitude. And it ultimately led me to a more fulfilling and rewarding career path. By viewing adversity as an opportunity for growth, we can transform our challenges into stepping stones to success. We can learn to embrace the storms of life, knowing that they will ultimately make us stronger, wiser, and more resilient. No matter what one is facing, it is helpful to remember that this too shall pass. 4. Practicing reflection and self-talk, the inner dialogue for a Stoic life. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's easy to get caught up in the external world, reacting to events and circumstances without taking the time to reflect on our experiences or examine our thoughts and emotions. However, the Stoics believe that self-reflection and self-talk are essential practices for cultivating inner peace and living a virtuous life. Marcus Aurelius, a master of self-reflection, devoted much of his time to journaling, recording his thoughts, and examining his beliefs. His Meditations is a testament to the power of self-reflection, offering a glimpse into the mind of a wise and virtuous leader who constantly sought to improve himself and to live in accordance with reason and virtue. What does it mean to practice reflection and self-talk? It means taking the time to examine our thoughts, our emotions, and our actions, and to assess whether they are aligned with our values and our goals. It means questioning our assumptions, challenging our beliefs, and identifying areas where we can improve. Self-reflection can take many forms. It can involve journaling, meditating, or simply spending time in quiet contemplation. The key is to create a space where we can be honest with ourselves, without judgment or self-criticism. It means cultivating a mental discipline that empowers us to discern between rational and irrational thoughts and to choose the narratives that foster serenity. Self-talk, on the other hand, involves engaging in an internal dialogue with ourselves, offering encouragement, guidance, and perspective. It's about learning to be our own best friend, our own wise counselor, and our own source of strength. When we are facing a difficult situation, self-talk can help us to stay calm, focused, and resilient. We can remind ourselves of our values, our strengths, and our past successes. We can challenge negative thoughts and replace them with positive affirmations. We can offer ourselves compassion and understanding, rather than self-criticism and blame. This self-talk becomes an anchor grounding us in the midst of emotional storms and allowing us to reclaim our composure. Self-reflection and self-talk are not about being perfect or about eliminating all negative thoughts and emotions. They are about becoming more aware of our inner world, more intentional in our actions, and more aligned with our values and our goals. They are about cultivating a sense of inner peace and living a life that is guided by reason and virtue. I have found that practicing self-reflection and self-talk has been incredibly helpful in my own life. I try to set aside time each day to journal, to meditate, and to reflect on my experiences. I find that this practice helps me to clarify my thoughts, to process my emotions, and to identify areas where I can improve. I also use self-talk to manage stress, to overcome challenges, and to stay motivated. When I am feeling overwhelmed, I remind myself of my strengths, my values, and my goals. I challenge negative thoughts and replace them with positive affirmations. I offer myself compassion and understanding, knowing that I am doing the best I can. By practicing self-reflection and self-talk, we can become more aware of our inner world, more intentional in our actions, and more aligned with our values and our goals. We can cultivate a sense of inner peace and live a life that is guided by reason and virtue. By engaging in this practice, we engage in a transformative self-talk and in a dialogue that transforms chaos into clarity. The philosopher Emperor Empowers used to replace irrational narratives with rationale and constructive perspectives. The enduring legacy of Stoic calm. The wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and the broader philosophy of Stoicism offer a profound and practical path to navigating the complexities of modern life with inner peace and resilience. By detaching from external opinions, focusing on the present moment, viewing adversity as opportunity, and engaging in reflection and self-talk, we can cultivate emotional intelligence, mental fortitude, and a deep sense of purpose. These are not merely abstract concepts but actionable strategies that can be integrated into our daily lives, transforming our experiences and empowering us to live more fully, more authentically, and more virtuously. Embracing the Emperor's calm is not about achieving a state of perpetual bliss or escaping the realities of human suffering, it's about developing the inner resources to meet life's challenges with courage, wisdom, and an unwavering commitment to living in accordance with our highest values. As you internalize this lesson from Marcus Aurelius, may you discover the freedom that springs from detaching from external opinions, may you find solace in the sanctuary of your own judgment, and may your inner calm become an unshakable anchor amidst the ebb and flow of external perceptions. 40% original video content ends here. By incorporating these principles into your daily life, you can cultivate inner peace, build stronger relationships, and live a life of purpose and fulfillment, guided by the enduring wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. Thank you for watching. If you found these Stoic lessons helpful, please leave a comment below and share your thoughts on how you apply Stoicism in your life. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on Stoicism and personal growth. Explore the rest of this channel for more deep dives into Stoic philosophy and practical tips on how to implement its teachings. Also, click on the link in the description to download a free guide with 10 ways to instantly incorporate more Stoicism into your day. And as always, may you find peace and serenity in the Stoic way.